Welcome to Master Mathematics in Minutes. Today's topic is about the multiplication and division of algebraic fractions. And we'll cover a couple examples on how to multiply and divide fractions. And we will conclude the topic with a summary. And finally, be kind and subscribe for more videos. So, how do we multiply and divide algebraic fractions? We can multiply fractions by multiplying the numerators and multiplying the denominators. So consider P over A multiplied by Q over B. So to multiply these two fractions, we'll multiply the numerator, and that becomes PQ. And similarly, we'll multiply the denominators as well, so that becomes AB. And we can divide fractions by multiplying the reciprocal of the fraction. So for P over A divided by B over Q, we'll carry the first fraction across and that becomes P over A, and we'll swap the divide sign by the multiplication sign, and we'll take the reciprocal of the second fraction. So B over Q now becomes Q over B. So to take the reciprocal of a fraction means to swap the numerator and denominator respectively. And once we've done that, we're able to multiply these two fractions as usual. So to multiply the numerator, that becomes P multiplied by Q, and that becomes PQ, and the denominator becomes A multiplied by B, and it becomes AB. Let's take a look at a couple of examples now. In the first example, we're asked to simplify the fractions a over 2 multiplied by 5b over 6. And to do that, we can multiply the numerator. So that becomes a multiplied by 5b, and that simplifies to 5ab. And similarly, we'll multiply the denominator, and that becomes 2 multiplied by 6, and that simplifies to 12. In the second example, we're asked to simplify the fractions 3x over 16 divided by 5y over 7. So, we'll copy the first fraction across, 3x over 16, and we'll swap the divide sign with the multiplication sign. And we'll take the reciprocal of the second fraction. So 5y over 7 now becomes 7 over 5y. And we can proceed with the multiplication as usual. The numerator, we have 3x multiplied by 7, and that simplifies to 21x. And for the denominator, we have 16 multiplied by 5y, and that simplifies to 80y. In the third example, we're asked to simplify the fractions 9 over 4p, multiplied by 21 over 8pqr. So we'll multiply the numerator. That becomes 9 multiplied by 21, and that simplifies to 189. And for the denominator, we'll multiply 4p with 8pqr, and that simplifies to 32p squared qr. In the fourth example, we're asked to simplify the fractions s over 2 divided by 3r over 5. So we'll copy the first fraction across, and that becomes s over 2, and we'll swap the divide sign with the multiplication sign. And we'll take the reciprocal of the second fraction. So 3r over 5 now becomes 5 over 3r. And we can proceed with the multiplication as usual. For the numerator, we have s multiplied by 5, and that simplifies to 5s. And for the denominator, we have 2 multiplied by 3r, and that simplifies to 6r. In the fifth example, we're asked to simplify the fractions 2g over 5y multiplied by 4g over 11x y to the power 5. So, to multiply the numerator, we have 2g multiplied by 4g, and that simplifies to 8g squared. And for the denominator, we have 5y multiplied by 11x y to the power 5. And that simplifies to 55x y to the power of 6. In the final example, we're asked to simplify the fractions 18gn over 5 divided by y over ax. So we'll copy the first fraction across as 11gn over 5, and we'll swap the divide sign with the multiplication sign. We'll take the reciprocal of the second fraction. So y over ax becomes ax over y. And we can proceed with the multiplication as usual. So that becomes 18gn multiplied by ax, and that simplifies to 18g and ax. And for the denominator, we have 5 multiplied by y, and that simplifies to 5y. To summarize, we can multiply fractions by multiplying the numerators and multiplying the denominators. For p over a multiplied by q over b, that simplifies to pq over ab. And we can also divide fractions by multiplying the reciprocal of the fraction. So with p over a divided by b over q, that becomes p over a multiplied by q over b. The reciprocal of the fraction is where we swap the numerator and denominator of the fraction. And we can then proceed with the multiplication of these two fractions, and that simplifies to pq over ab. Thank you very much for watching. This is Master Mathematics in Minutes.